What happens when a carefully spun web of deception begins to unravel, exposing the truth beneath? That's the story unfolding around Gypsy-Rose Blanchard and those entangled in her world. Her past, her relationships, and the trail of manipulation she's left behind are now coming to light, and it's becoming harder for her to keep the facade intact.
So frustrated with why Ryan doesn't grow a pair and actually say the things that he needs to say in regards to Gypsy after everything she has done with him. Like, my mind is really blown on how this man could be so admirable, and it's not admirability. It looks like he is weak and not sticking up for himself to me. I couldn't understand for the life of me why, when this woman made him look...
At the center of this storm is Ryan Anderson, Gypsy's ex-husband, who finds himself caught in a whirlwind of secrets, drama, and lingering emotions. As their divorce date approaches, Ryan has unwittingly peeled back layers of Gypsy's chaotic life, revealing cracks in her carefully controlled narrative. From her rocky relationship with Ken to the strain caused by their shared past, the truth is slowly bubbling to the surface. But even now, Gypsy's influence over Ryan appears far from over. Ryan's recent actions suggest a man still wrestling with unresolved feelings. He's spoken of how their relationship ended abruptly, leaving him blindsided and hurt. Yet, despite the pain, there's an undeniable pull. Gypsy's signature tactic of emotional breadcrumbs keeps him tethered, even as she moves on to new chapters.
Do you miss Gypsy? That was... Guys, I invested a lot in that relationship. I'm just being honest. I invested a lot in that relationship. I invested 4 years of my life to that relationship. I cared deeply.
But Gypsy's hold isn't just personal. It's public. The now infamous Oscar video is a glaring example of her strategy. A vague, emotional plea, it left everyone guessing who the message was directed at. Ryan, Ken, or someone else entirely. The ambiguity wasn't accidental, it was calculated. By keeping people in the dark, Gypsy ensured her name stayed relevant, her narrative gripping, and her initials intact. Ryan's reaction to the video only fueled the fire. Instead of clarifying the situation, he leaned into the speculation, even polling his audience during a live stream about its meaning. This hesitation speaks volumes, hinting at a man still caught in Gypsy's web, uncertain of how to untangle himself. As the pieces of this puzzle fall into place, one thing becomes clear. Gypsy's world is far more complicated than it seems. Her ability to manipulate emotions, control narratives, and blur the lines between truth and fiction has kept those around her and the public guessing for years. But now, as her influence starts to crack and the drama intensifies, her web of control may finally be coming undone. This is more than just a story about a failed relationship. It's a glimpse into a world of manipulation, emotional chaos, and a battle for control.
Like an abuser on national TV, she got pregnant with somebody that she was cheating on him with. All of these things that she has done to him, right? Why does he think that it is admirable to respect her when she didn't respect him? And the only thing that I can think of is because she allegedly still talks to him whenever her and Ken are fighting.
With new revelations emerging and public scrutiny mounting, the question isn't whether the truth will come out, it's whether Gypsy is ready for what happens when it does. Stay tuned, because this unfolding drama is about to reach its boiling point. When someone thrives on chaos and control, every move they make feels intentional. Designed to stir up emotions, create uncertainty, and pull people into their web. That's the story we're witnessing with Gypsy-Rose Blanchard. Whether deliberate or not, Her actions often spark speculation, and her latest tactics seem aimed at reasserting herself into the narrative. A recent ambiguous video is a prime example. With no clear target, it left just enough room for interpretation, and Ryan Anderson, her ex-husband, became part of the drama by entertaining the idea that the video might be about him. It's a classic gypsy move: keep people guessing while maintaining her influence over those in her orbit. Gypsy doesn't just find opportunities to manipulate, she creates them. Through cryptic messages, emotional appeals, or her knack for staying relevant in Ryan's mind, she continues to demonstrate that her strategies haven't changed a bit. But this time, the stakes are even higher, with the most explosive element of all: her baby, adding a new layer to the chaos. Ryan's recent live stream peeled back the curtain on what's really happening behind the scenes, and it's a far cry from the picture Gypsy supporters might want you to believe. During the live stream, Ryan candidly addressed rumors that Ken, Gypsy's partner, might have left her during her pregnancy. His frustration was palpable as he remarked, "If Ken left while she was pregnant, that's another ass-whooping he deserves." But Ryan's anger wasn't solely directed at Ken. It was also aimed at the turmoil Gypsy continues to create through her impulsive decisions. Think about it. A child should bring stability, love, and growth into a family. But in Gypsy's case, the baby seems to be compounding an already volatile situation.
Do you miss Gypsy? Guys, I invested a lot in that relationship. I'm just being honest. I invested a lot in that relationship. I invested 4 years of my life to that relationship. I care deeply.
Ryan's tone and choice of words strongly hinted at cracks in Gypsy and Ken's relationship. While he stopped short of confirming their breakup, it was clear he believed something wasn't right. And let's face it, does anyone believe a relationship this unstable can provide the solid foundation a child needs? Here's where the narrative gets even more troubling. Gypsy's defenders, including her stepmother Christy Blanchard, have framed the baby as a shield. The baby is innocent, they argue, as though that absolves Gypsy and Ken from the responsibilities they appear ill-prepared to meet. Of course, the baby's innocence isn't in question. The real concern is whether Gypsy and Ken have the maturity and stability to handle parenthood. Based on their track record, the answer doesn't inspire much confidence. Ryan also pointed to a troubling pattern in Gypsy's history. Her life has been marked by impulsive, emotionally charged decisions. From her involvement in her mother's murder to her whirlwind relationship with Ken. Polly, having a baby isn't just another milestone, it's a lifelong responsibility.
The last thing they say is, "I love you. I hope you know that. Oh, I still love you. I've always loved you." And they say that to your face, and then you never see them again. That's what happened.
And given Gypsy's history, it's hard not to worry about the kind of environment this child will grow up in. Another layer to this saga is the timing. Ryan's live stream occurred just weeks before his divorce from Gypsy is set to be finalized. The emotional weight of knowing the woman he once loved is having a child with someone else, while also navigating yet another chaotic situation, clearly took a toll on him. Despite his frustration, Ryan still showed glimpses of concern for Gypsy, revealing just how complicated their dynamic remains. What we're left with is a story about a baby being used as a distraction, a relationship teetering on the brink of collapse, and a woman whose pattern of chaos and manipulation seems unbreakable. Ryan's livestream didn't just spill secrets, it exposed the cracks in Gypsy's carefully constructed narrative. The more we uncover, the clearer it becomes that this isn't just about a baby. It's about old patterns of impulsivity and control playing out on an even bigger stage. To top it all off, Ryan's own actions added fuel to the fire. A viral video showed him slapping another woman's butt, which I casually dismissed during his live stream as innocent, claiming she was just a friend and her husband was present. While it might seem harmless, it raises questions about his judgment and the messy dynamics surrounding this ongoing drama.
Who is Oscar? The Oscar video. Oh, God. Was that even to me? Was that even to me? Let's do a poll. The Oscar video, was that to me? Red, yes. Blue, no. We'll let y'all decide. What y'all think?
In the end, this is a saga of manipulation, impulsivity, and unresolved emotions, all with higher stakes than ever before. And as the cracks in Gypsy's world grow larger, it's only a matter of time before the whole facade comes crashing down. When it comes to public drama, few figures generate as much intrigue as Gypsy-Rose Blanchard. Her story, marked by manipulation, impulsivity, and calculated moves, continues to evolve, and not always for the better. Ryan Anderson, her ex-husband, has found himself perpetually entangled in this narrative, often unintentionally. A viral video of Ryan engaging in what seemed to be a harmless moment with a friend became a flashpoint for speculation. But it wasn't just about the act itself. It was about the baggage that comes with being connected to Gypsy. Ryan admitted he didn't immediately realize what was happening, laughing as he recalled only noticing when the woman began dancing against him.
I'm so frustrated with why Ryan doesn't grow a pair and actually say the things that he needs to say in regards to Gypsy after everything she has done with him. Like, my mind is really blown on how this man could be so admirable, and it's not admirability. It looks like he is weak and not sticking up for himself, to me. I couldn't understand for the life of me why, when this woman made him look like an abuser on national TV.
On its own, the incident might seem trivial, but the bigger picture reveals how everything Ryan does is scrutinized through the lens of his history with Gypsy. Was this just a light-hearted moment, or was it yet another example of how his public persona remains tied to the chaos she creates? Ryan's recent interactions with his followers also show his awareness of how the world views him. During a live stream, he casually mentioned a new project he had already filmed, teasing his audience before revealing, "I filmed on Sunday." This wasn't just a playful moment, it was a calculated step in reclaiming his story. Ryan appears to be walking a fine line, engaging with his audience while still navigating the weight of public scrutiny tied to his past with Gypsy. Every viral moment and comment from Ryan chips away at the carefully controlled image Gypsy and her supporters are trying to maintain. Whether intentional or not, Ryan's actions reveal more about Gypsy's lingering impact than any direct accusations ever could. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Gypsy's relationship with Ken. Ryan didn't outright confirm that things were falling apart between them, but his tone and comments painted a less than stable picture. In one notable moment, he even conducted a poll, asking viewers if they believed rumors of Gypsy and Ken's breakup were true. "Do you think they're really split?" he asked, letting his audience weigh in. While Ryan claimed he didn't think the rumors were accurate, his demeanor told a different story, one tinged with doubt and perhaps even a trace of vindication. The most striking moment came when Ryan spoke directly about Ken. "That dude came between my marriage, and if he left while she's pregnant, karma's coming for him."
She got pregnant with somebody that she was cheating on him with. All of these things that she has done to him, right? Why does he think that it is admirable to respect her when she didn't respect him? And the only thing that I can think of is because she allegedly still talks to him whenever her and Ken are fighting.
This wasn't just a jab at Ken, it was a glimpse into the instability of Gypsy's current relationship. If things were truly solid between her and Ken, Ryan likely wouldn't feel the need to make such pointed remarks. His words hinted at deeper cracks in their relationship, cracks that may be widening under the weight of Gypsy's history of impulsive decisions and emotional manipulation. Gypsy's relationship with Ken seems to echo the same patterns that have defined her past. The rushed nature of their relationship, coupled with the pressures of an unexpected pregnancy, is a recipe for turmoil. Ryan's live stream didn't spell this out explicitly, but it provided all the breadcrumbs needed to connect the dots. Gypsy's behaviours didn't end when her relationship with Ryan did. They've carried over, continuing to create chaos for everyone in her orbit. This isn't just about one relationship or one viral video. It's about a lifetime of unaddressed patterns, manipulation, deflection, and impulsivity that leave a trail of instability. Now, with a child in the picture, the stakes are higher than ever. Ryan, Ken, and even the baby are caught in the ripple effects of Gypsy's decisions, and until these underlying patterns are addressed, the cycle is unlikely to end. So, is gypsy-rose truly the independent, changed woman her defenders claim she is? Or is she still the same person, using old tactics of manipulation and chaos to navigate her life? The signs suggest the latter. Her actions, intentional or not, continue to draw others into her web, and the chaos doesn't seem to be slowing down. The bigger question is whether anyone in Gypsy's orbit can truly break free from her influence. Until she confronts her patterns, the instability will persist, not just for her, but for everyone around her. And now, with an innocent child involved, the consequences of her actions have never been more significant. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, because this story is far from reaching its conclusion. The layers of manipulation, heartbreak, and unresolved drama continue to unravel, and trust me, there's much more to uncover in this tangled web. Stay tuned, because this saga is only getting started.